What's good? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? And this time we got Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, episode 21, review. Let's get started. Back where we left off before, Kenny standing over a defeated Grimmy, organs injured, death from the explosion, looking for Yachiru because she done vanished, leaving only her uniform behind, tells his men to keep looking for her. In the midst of this happening, Kenpachi then gets hit with a sneak attack from Lilito Lampert. Her letter is G, the Stern Ritter. Before his men can react, G say be quiet and bite everybody's head off. And I'm guessing the G stands for glutton? Cause she did bite everybody's head off, like low key, like what the fuck, took a whole bite out their ass. P pull up, Meninus McAllen, and sent a flying boulder over some of the other Soul Reapers nearby. Some more men end up trying to corner another girl, Giselle, but Stern Ritter, she gets to saying she ain't on no bullshit, but this bitch got cold powers too. A Soul Reaper run up and slash her, but her blood go on everybody, fully giving her control of her will and what to do. Like basically at this point she in control. And she make all their ass commit seppuku, like straight up. Like this bitch, she got some cold power. And the final member of the little girl trio is Candace Catnip, T, the Stern Ritter. She ended up zapping the rest of them off with her power, which is like lightning. Kenpachi hurting all though. He like, fuck that shit. I'm finna get to coming at all 4 y'all at once. But they got him and several others listed as high power, like special war threats at this point. But he get to coming at them and shit. Basically, they weaving them bitches, and then when he coming at them, he end up getting punched down, and they end up calling him like a monster because they like, what the fuck? You been fighting Grimmy this whole time, and you still got the strength to keep coming? Like this nigga a whole demon. So while he down after getting punched down by one of them, Catnip, she ended up zapping his ass with the lightning and trying to finish him off. Kenpachi at this point, man, he starting to barely hear him and shit, like he thinking it's the end. Rukia and Byakuya, they coming on the way, but she's sensing his spiritual pressure getting low. She trying to go to his aid, but Byakuya basically telling her like, shit, you ain't even ready. You just had to fight the other one earlier. Shit, you ain't even really honed your damn power all the way yet. You gotta regenerate and recover at this point. After this though, Rukia and the others get to looking up at the sky, including the Stern Ritters, that they see Ichigo flying in from the Soul Palace, breaking through the Serite and basically busting the bubble open at this point. You know Rukia happy than a motherfucker to see that boy. Kenpachi and Ichigo get to having a little back and forth conversation. He like, shit, I didn't expect it to be you saving me, you know what I'm saying, yada yada. Catnip try to go ahead and hit Ichigo with the lightning. He grab her wrist and throw her ass. They all start trying to jump Ichigo at once, and Ichigo got hands for a bitch today, you feel me? End up hitting all 4 of them and sending them flying on base abilities. Like he ain't even really powered up or activated no Bankai or nothing. This is just off base abilities, just getting started type shit. They already knowing what time it is, and he at the top list of the high threats. Catnip, she get up, she mad just because he got her outfit dirty. She like, nigga, it took forever to curl this hair. Nigga, do you know what it took all this time to get ready and shit? She pop out that bow and shoot an electric arrow straight at Ichigo, like a Quincy arrow. One of the other girls in the little group, she like, bitch, do you know that's not even strong enough? She like, shit, everybody got to get the power up. Only knocking the clothes off my boy. He got that real drip now. So basically that little one arrow she did, it didn't do shit. So old girl, she like, bitch, like we gotta all power up. So all the girls put their weapon devices and pop them out and shit, and they shoot arrows at Ichigo at the same time. But he ended up deflecting that shit and sent all of them flying. Flips over to Yhwach, and we see him, basically he noticing Ichigo on the battlefield now, so he like, Uryu, Hashwa, let's get this bitch started, let's get this bitch rolling. Catnip activate her special powers as the others contemplate over using theirs, and she come flying to Ichigo, ready to take his head, and she ended up shooting one, but he deflect that shit. Ichigo looking like he riding with a pin in the sky with his Zanpakuto, the way he activate Getsuga Tensho and block that shit again. Looking like he hit a flash step as he quickly elbows her in the gut in seconds, knocking the spit out her mouth and the air real moist, sent her ass flying back. After this, the other girls, they like, fuck it, he didn't send her flying back. Shit, we ain't got no other choice but to activate the special power. So it's like they start showing off their power. Hunger of the gods, death of the gods, power of the gods, and they start coming at my boy, activating that shit left and right, all it like simultaneously and type shit. Ichigo blocking all that shit though. He bobbing and weaving, but he end up knocking these skeletons apart that one of them sent at him, and when he break them and they end up latching on. When they latch on, they like, shit, we ought to all gang up now. So Geese, he tried to put him in like a mouth trap, but he used both his legs to stop that shit and it, from clamping him, and he ended up jumping out of that shit, and they end up like beheading Giselle because she was right behind him when it got caught. And the other one, as he jumping out, she come towards him with an attack, and she ended up knocking herself into Giselle with the chopped up head, and which knocked herself into the other one. So they're all clumsy as fuck, you feel me? Catnip like, what the fuck? All three of y'all clumsy. Like, get the fuck out of my way, ho. So she ended up powering up more and hitting Ichigo with a full-on electrocution at this point, like another whole power-up. But like, instead of it being blue, this shit was green and more powerful. Ichigo hit her ass with a Getsuga Jujitsu looking like a cross. It basically overpowered her attack. Ichigo knowing that his attack is this powerful, he telling her ass, you need to get the fuck out the way. She like, hell no, I can still do this shit. She tried to put some extra oomph on that shit and end up losing her arm in the process. But all she do is end up telling Giselle, and she just used like some flesh from the dead Soul Reapers to heal her homegirl shit. Like, that shit was crazy. Stern Ritter G, she like, chill bitch, you getting too impatient. You know he's strong as fuck. Then we get to see Booty Cheeks hold Duncan Hines across the screen as we see Catnip get to flying to Ichigo. Booty Cheeks shaking in the air. Anime cameraman need to be paid for getting these candid shots at this point. But while she flying to Ichigo, before she can even attack Ichigo again, Baz B send fire shots through all four of the girls, saying it's his time to shine against the high threat. He wants some of Daddy Yhwach's kisses. Then we seeing all of the Stern Ritters show up to fight Ichigo. They all got my boy circled, but he ready for the smoke. He got that look on his face like, come on, like, which one of y'all finna jump first? We then see Yhwach activate what looks like a portal going from like the Serite through the bubble where Ichigo came all the way up to the Soul Palace. We basically see him activate this shit with this Reshi. He ended up thanking Ichigo for giving them the way to attack the Soul Palace and the Soul King. Flips over to the science lab. We showing them analysts going over like all this shit. They panicking. They like, what the fuck? The Reishi's decretion. And as a whole, punch through the membrane of the Soul Society. Mayuri then explains the death conquering garb Ichigo got on is the King's Key, which is made from the Squad Zero, the Soul Palace guards, the bone and hair from them, which I thought was crazy as fuck. So what Ichigo got on is made from them, so you knowing this shit got some purpose and it's strong as fuck. So it's looking kind of crazy. Like, they sent him down there with this shit on, knowing that it was gonna bust and break through. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, y'all let me know in the comments like how y'all feel about this shit. But anyway, that's how he was able to pass through the barrier so quickly, but it would take like 6,000 seconds for the opening to close. We seeing head Captain Shunsui now. He like, I'm knowing that the Soul King was the target from the beginning. We even get to see Aizen in the cut in the prison at the bottom. They can even show a shot of him, so you knowing he gonna have something to do with this shit eventually. So shit dude finna go crazy whenever they do have to let him out, or if he get busted out, whichever or however it come. Mayuri thinking like, what the fuck is going on with Squad like Zero now? And then we end up seeing a little creepy ass clip of Ichibi. Like, he wasn't necessarily smiling, but the nigga was looking creepy as fuck. Like, he got some shit planned on. This nigga, I don't know if he a villain or a mastermind, but we gonna see in the future what's gonna happen with this. So no spoilers for all the manga readers out there. Flips back over to Ichigo. He trying to get the Yhwach. All the Stern Ritters start attacking him one after another. Renji end up intervening in Byakuya, Rukia, and the three lieutenants that earlier that was fighting Superhero, or whatever the fuck his name was, the superhero dude looking like a wrestler, Hulk Hogan. Them three that was fighting him, well, they finna back up Rukia and Byakuya and Renji as they plan to take on the Quincy so that Ichigo can go ahead and get to Yhwach. Cause that's what Renji like, shit, it's your path to go there. Like, shit, don't you got a score to sell type shit? So while they about to duke it out, Ichigo flying over there and he get an arrow shot at him by Uryu. Ichigo, he's shocked. He like, what the fuck you doing here? Uryu speaking for the ops and shit. He's saying, shit, man, you can't even stop what's coming. Like, do you already know the Lord, the Master? Like, you can't stop this shit, bro. Just go home. For I had to slide your ass, and he sent another fire, a bray of arrows at Ichigo's way, hitting him and shit. But before they could, like, fully just get my boy, Chad come out of a portal from the sky, blocking that shit like a G. Like, he got his homie back. He got Ichigo's back. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you already know my girl, beautiful Orihime. She come out the cut with them Yetis galore, jumping across the screen. You know what I'm talking about? Shielding Ichigo and Chad from the arrows and shit. Cause she looking shocked too. She like, what the fuck? Uryu, you up there with you with the ops? Like, what you doing? So everybody, they looking at Uryu like, what the fuck, bruh? And you about end up asking him like, well, not even him asking him. He basically, he asked him like, shit, did you say your goodbyes? Cause like, nigga, this the it. This it. We finna descend to the Soul Palace. So I hope you done said your goodbyes to these folks. He ended up basically saying, yeah, and we see Ichigo yell out to him as they descend up to the Soul Palace. And that would be episode 21. Man, this fucking episode was great. I'm not finna be biased, but come on, man. Y'all know this shit hitting, bruh. 10 out of 10. Ichigo stepping in when he's supposed to. I didn't expect Kenpachi to get took out like that, but they did jump my boy. at the same time with him going through so much in the last episode versus Grimmy. So that shit was crazy. But I'm really excited to see what Ichigo gonna do when he finally do release that bond card. Cause bro, I feel like he just was doing like base level ability type shit at this point. Like we didn't really get to see much this episode, and that's good that we didn't get to see much. So you know what I'm saying? It's not rushed or anything like that. So I'm excited to see what's coming with that. Also, the gang of the girl Stern Ridders was dope as fuck, bro. Each one of them had their own unique abilities. I liked the G, the Glutton, the T, the P, the Z. All those girls had their own unique abilities. Catnip being my favorite, you know what I'm talking about. Girl was double cheeked up. Ooh. But yeah, man, I overall liked it this whole episode. I think it was done very well. Animation, like I say, top tier, on point. Y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feeling about this shit as well. You feel me? And I'm excited for next week just to see what happened. You know, Uryu, Yhwach, and Yhwach, they just flew up to the Soul Palace. Ichigo, you know, he like my boy. He done turned on me. So I'm very excited to see next episode to see what we got going. So yeah, man, y'all stay tuned, man. And as always, one love, two peace, and we out. Till next time, you dig? For sure.